Welcome back to my little channel. Now, people may know that in the past I made videos about gender dysphoria, transgenderism, and indeed transgenderism. Today I'm not going to talk about the last one, but I am more or less pushing that idea. Not that I'm in favor of it, mind you. No, not at all. But the whole trans community thing has become a political narrative. And it has been painfully so in the last years. Now, in the last few weeks we had seen this thing coming when J.K. Rowling dared to agree with a trans-exclusionary radical feminist that men that transition into women are basically still men. Which, let's be honest, is a fact. Women that are born women and they transition into men may look like men, but their body is still female. Men that are born men and transition into women will still have a male body. Now, we might pump all sorts of hormones in them, but that will not make a difference. So, why is this so interesting? Well, because saying something like that is highly offensive. How dare you say that a man transitioning to a woman isn't a woman? And here this little tidbit of information comes in. A transgender woman who wore a t-shirt proclaiming that she's still biologically a man is accused of hate speech and faces being thrown off LGBT committee at the TUC, and TUC stands for Trades Union Congress. It's said so somewhere a little bit downstairs. Miss Hayton, as she goes by the name Miss, and I'm going to allow that use. I'll call her Miss as well, because why not? I have no problem calling someone man or woman. It means little. Miss Hayton wore the t-shirt in an event in July, organised by campaign group Fair Play for Women, as reported by the Sunday Times. In August, 12 members of the committee sent a complaint about Miss Hayton to Frances O'Grady, the General Secretary of the trade union. Anyway, the person you see with the glasses is Miss Hayton, Debbie Hayton. She is a physics teacher in Midlands, and she changed her gender from male to female 8 years ago. Well, roughly 8 years ago. They said that by wearing the t-shirt, Miss Hayton had gone beyond discourse and the expression of alternative viewpoints and is now propagating hate speech against the transgender community. And one would think that being a transgender herself, she has a right to also weigh in. But she weighs in against the political left narrative. She's pushing the wrong idea. How dare she? Obviously, she must be wrong. She must be a woman, but she mustn't realize it. Oh, poor deluded Miss Hayton. Or she goes through life as a woman now, recognizing that in all fairness, the only female cells she has are in her sperm. Why do we have to push this ridiculous notion that, well, biology means nothing? It's not as if we have eons of history proving us what biology means. No. Now it means nothing. So if a man says he's a woman, he should be able to go to women-only spaces. Personally, I like the idea of women-only spaces. I wish we would still allow men-only places in our society. We should get back to that, to be honest. You know, an equality thing. You can have women-only gyms, why can't you have men-only clubs? Doesn't matter, different discussion. But the fact remains that we now have men being, for example, sentenced for sexual crimes, but they demand that they're being placed in a female facility because they now identify as women. Obviously, there are proof of that. I will have a link downstairs for you. You can see one or two thingies. It is too stupid for words that we now claim that once you've said your trans, whether you're post-op or not, all of a sudden reality doesn't matter. Now personally, I don't mind if you want to identify as a woman. Fair enough. And if you're after the operation and you have no more dangling man bits, I don't mind if you go to a female-only space. But let's be honest, even when you cut off your willy, you're still not a woman. You are still a man. Your skeleton, your brain structure, the whole shebang. Do I think we should harass people over this? No, of course not. Listen, as I said, if you want to live as a woman, by all means, go for it. It's not up to me to decide what you are and are not allowed to do. But at the same thing, it is not up to you to decide how biology sees you. And Debbie Hayton, in this case, is being charged for being correct. There's something really strange in our world when people are being attacked for denying lies. Anyway, this is not to say transgenders are bad people. Undoubtedly there will be bad transgenders, just like there will be good transgenders, just like there are bad people everywhere and good people everywhere. But we really, really need to recognize that we got to stop the narrative changing pandering from the left. Because it's not progressive. It is indeed very regressive. And if you're a transgender and you don't want to fall into the lie that is being pushed, then you'll be attacked as well, as Miss Debbie has proven. I wish Miss Debbie Hayton all the luck in the coming years, not just to Miss Debbie Hayton. Everyone, I wish you the best of luck in the coming years. But let's allow people the right to make up their own mind and speak their own truth. And if you want to say that a man transitioning into a woman becomes a woman, I will allow you to say that truth. But then you need to allow me to be able to say biology dictates differently. Anyway, like, share and subscribe if you feel so inclined. There will be more coming in the future, no doubt. But I do look forward to your criticism. Like, share and subscribe and all that mumbo jumbo. And I hope to see you all next time.